All right, everybody, thanks again for watching this video. This one's going to be about what I call daycare karate schools. Like I said in the other video, it doesn't have to be karate. I just think daycare karate sounds better, so that's why I say it. What these are the way their kids' programs are ran, okay? There's a lot of gyms out there that'll take a 3 or 4-year-old kid in here because their parents will pay and want their kid to do something, but their kid's not really doing anything. They're not doing a martial art. And so I call them daycare schools. If you actually care about what the kids are learning, you should avoid these schools. If you don't care, they're fine. If you're just like, I don't care if it's a real martial art, I don't care if my kid's learning self-defense, I don't care about any of that, I just want my kid to go somewhere where he's got friends and has fun, then this really doesn't matter. But if you care about those things, if you care about the integrity of the martial art, if you care if your kid's learning a real martial art and they're getting the most out of your training, then these are probably not the schools for you. And the way you recognize this is the way people's classes are structured when they have these daycare schools. And what they do is your kid will come in, classes will be 45 minutes long. And not even an hour, it'll be 45 minutes long. They tell you can bring your kid 2 days a week. And on those 2 days a week when they're in there, the first 15 minutes of class is having the kids do calisthenics. The kids are doing a couple push-ups, some jumping jacks, they're doing a little bit of light stretching. They're not really doing anything, but for 15 minutes they're running in circles, they're, doing little ridiculous things. They're not doing any martial arts, and they're not really doing any martial arts movements. And then the second part of the class, for 15 minutes, your kid's now practicing martial arts. And when I say they're practicing martial arts, they'll probably line kids up in 3 or 4 lines. They'll have some bags or maybe somebody holding pads. Your kid will walk up to the bag, throw a kick or a punch, and then walk to the back of the line. And for 15 minutes, they throw like 5 kicks, maybe 6 kicks. Maybe you get lucky, 10 kicks. And then they line kids up, and then for the next 15 minutes, they're playing tag or they're playing dodgeball or they're playing some other type of game. So in reality, your kid trained martial arts for 15 minutes and they threw 10 kicks in that 15 minutes. That's not training martial arts. That is where you send your kid so your kid can run around, do some stuff, feel like they accomplished something because I'm sure they have 30 belts and belt testing fees while you run to the store. Or you run an errand, or you do something like that. It's just somewhere to drop your kid off so you can go do stuff. You can send your kid anywhere for that. They're not really learning martial arts. They're not going to get good at martial arts doing that. So when it comes to these daycare schools, if you don't care and you're fine with them it not mattering and they're not really getting good or they're not really learning martial arts and they're just in there playing games, running around doing some calisthenics and kicking a bag 5 times, that's fine. You can take your kid there, that's great. But if you care about them really getting good and getting good training, my gym, the way I do things with my kids is my kids' classes, I don't care if you're, what age you are, they run the same. It is an hour long. We spend the first 10-15 minutes doing our warm-ups, and in our warm-ups, we are actually doing movements that you use when you're doing jiu-jitsu. And then the next 30 minutes are spent drilling techniques where everybody is drilling for those 30 minutes. You're not standing in a line. You are drilling for 30 minutes. We're doing 2 to 3 different techniques a day. And then the last 15 minutes are spent going live, where we are actually practicing the things that we learn live against resisting opponents. Parents and adults train that way. The kids train that way. We don't play games. We're in here to train and get better at martial arts. If you don't care about getting better and you just want your kid to have a place to run around and have fun, it's fine. You can send them to any gym. If you care, make sure you find one that is not ran like a daycare where they spend more time training and less time playing around. Thanks again. Bye.